through
This
the
conference will now be recorded.
circumstance, right? So let's now do, how do we, what is parallel processing in Pega? We'll discuss that. Okay. So basically in case type, uh, you can see this, right? This we did with the specialized class, right? Specialization. Okay, we'll skip this. So next is we will be talking about parallel processing. So what is parallel processing? When you want to do a task, okay, parallelly, then when you mean to say simultaneously, like both the users will work on the same case at a time. Okay, and if you want to pass one process to one user and another process to the other user, then we call that as parallel processing. What can, where, I mean, what would be the example or ideal examples over here is your onboarding. Okay, when you are onboarding to a company, your onboarding process would be done, and as well as background BGC also will check, right? Background check also will be done, BGC also will get checked. So these two are parallel process now. So your onboard processing will be going on and your BGC will be going on, and at a time this will be success and your BGC also will get success. So whenever you're going for a client interview, so these two happens same time, but will be the same users means may not be the same users, right? Will not be the same users. So this type of processing is called as parallel processing. Okay, or we can take another one, same or in the onboarding itself, where you have to be allocated to a project, and as well as at the same time people have to arrange your desk, your hardware devices, all those things, your place, right? IT facilities and hardware facilities have to be set up. Project setup also should be done, right? So this is also parallel processing. Both the things can happen, but after both the things only you have to go to the next screen or the next stage. We'll take now insurance. Whenever you are going for an insurance, your insurance bills will be claimed at the same time. Your the diagnosis also will be done at the same time. Both the processes are done at the same time. So that is also one of the example for parallel processing. Accidental claim. So whenever there is something happen while you're driving, so so whenever we say accidental claim, it will be damage to the vehicle and as well as to the person. So both the things should happen simultaneously, and you have that particular data should come to our main case or to the main flow. So that is also one of the parallel processing. And passport verification. So your passport verification will be done in the passport office, and as well as police verification also will be done simultaneously. Both the things will happen simultaneously. That will not wait for you and this will not wait for you. But on the whole, if both the process are completed successfully, only your passport would be sanctioned to us. So this is also one of the example of parallel processing. So many examples are there. We can take any or any one of them, right? And another example I'll take, what is that is in the insurance or in this hospital management system only. So you are one case is created for you, and in one of the hospital, and in that hospital there are multiple physicians. So you went to one physician, and physician said, the patient went to one physician, and physician said some advice, or some prescription to the patient, but patient is not satisfied with the same physician. Then what he has to do, he has to go to the another hospital, or in the same hospital he might be talking to the another physician for a second thought. So this is also one of the parallel processing only. So in out of all these examples, uh, f- patient talking to physician and other examples what I took, see the differences. Where patient talking to the physician, whatever the physician it is, whoever the physician it is, the process would be same. He might be checking ECG, he might be checking BP, he might be checking something else, right? Blood reports and all those things. Whatever the physician will do, he will be doing the same process. Three physician will be doing the same process to check, to diagnose the patient. But coming to the other examples where I took for insurance or for vehicle damage or for the IT setup, onboarding, all these things are different processes, multiple processes which are different. But when I'm comparing with this is same process, multiple times it is repeating. So this is also parallel processing, that is also parallel processing, right? And there would be what do you say, there would be another case. I'll take the onboarding only. Before onboarding, what you do is you'll go for interview, what is this interview panel. Okay, so you are selecting a candidate. So at the few companies, what they do is when they are filtering the candidate, that time only they do the BGC. So BGC will be dying in the background process. So it will not wait for the BGC. It will go to the another stage. There it will go for IT, technical interview, HR interview, and then offer letter would be also awaited for the not awaited. Basically, it will release. They will release, but BGC will be going on, right? See here, we are not waiting for the BGC to give the result. Okay, we are offering the offer letter. So this type of requirement also would be there, which we cannot do through the case life cycle. Why? Because these are all complex requirements. I may add a parallel process over here. I may add a parallel process over here like this. So here either this or this will execute, but both the things will execute. Then only it will go to the delivery foot. But I am not sure which will execute first. Okay, so we may not know it using order case life cycle. And there would be a complex requirement where like complex requirement where um, out of two or three processes, if one process is executed, and for example there are three processes over here, parallel process, if one is executed, you should go to the next stage. So that thing you cannot do through the case life cycle. It would be very difficult for you. Okay, I mean it will not be possible through the case life cycle. Not difficult, it won't be possible for you. Okay, So you have a process here, you have an assignment over here. Yes, this is your assignment, right? So this is your start shape. Okay, so this is your assignment one, and this is your assignment two, and this is a process, okay, which we are calling it as multiple process, where it will have multiple process in it. Okay, we call this as process, parallel process, where in this parallel process we'll have multiple processes, right? So until these are not completed, process one, process two, process three, until these processes are not completed, it will not go to this. Okay, so this type of process, parallel process, we call it as split join. So in a split join, it has multiple process, okay, executing independently to each other, but once all or few, I mean independently, that's it, we don't write independently. Split join, it has multiple processes executing independently. Okay, if all or few, if I can't write like that, but okay, we can write like this. Yeah, it has multiple process executing independently. See, P1, P2, P3, right? That is called a split join, and this uh, processing is called as parallel processing. Example, for example, I'll take bank. Okay, I'll take bank. Who is caller one? Gautam. Okay, so here he will check all the documents. Someone will check the documents. If it is a bank loan, then someone will check credit check, and someone will check about all his previous loans, or we can say auditing. Okay, so once these all things are completed, then only his loans get sanctions. Here what I'll write? I'll write loan request. See, these three are independent. Don't think that this is dependent on credit check and credit check is no. All the three things will done at a time. This will be done by person A, this will be done by person B, and this will be done by person C. Okay, so it has multiple processes which executes independently and continue to execute the main flow. We cannot write like that. Instead, I can say independently and I'll write like this. Main flow halts till it completes all the till it completes parallel processing. This I can say. Okay, your main flow. This is your main flow. Okay, loan request, loan sanction. This is a main flow. This is a subflow. Okay, so yeah, I'll write here subflow. Okay, so subflow or sub process are both the same. So your main flow will halt till it completes this parallel process. That is your sub process. Okay, so this is split join, guys. Then how your uh, then how your another process. There are three types of parallel processing. Out of that, I said you about split join. The next one is split for each. Okay, so in this it has only one process which executes multiple times using page list or a page group property. Okay, so for a split for each, you should have split page list or a page group property. If you don't have this, you cannot use or you cannot work on this split for each. Okay, now here example, what I'll take example, physician only. Okay, health checkup. Subflow same, and here I write physician review. So how many processes? Only one process. Only one process. So how this will get how that will get iterated? This will be iterated using what? Using what? Using page group or page list. Okay, yeah, this will be iterated using what? Using page list or a page group property. Same here also, main flow will halts until it completes the parallel process. Then only it will go here and here. Okay, sorry, spell mistakes. So it will go with the prescription over here. Okay, so this is parallel processing. In the parallel processing, another what do you say, type, which is called as split for each. There is another parallel processing which you call it as spin off. So in spin off, what do you mean by spin off? Spin off, can you see now here? So you are in the main process only. Okay, but your main process will not wait for your sub process to complete. Okay, this work will be done and it will do its own job. What is that? I'll take example of apply passport tatkal. So when it is Tatkal, tell me guys, will it wait for your police verification to complete? No. Before police verification only, your passport will be assigned. So is it waiting? Is it waiting for this? No. So main flow will not halt to complete spin-off sub-process. So that's the difference between split join, split for each, and spin-off. So how many types of parallel processing we have? How many types of parallel processing? There are three types of parallel processing. What are those? Split join, multiple process, spin-off, okay, split for each, one process, multiple times, spin-off, no dependency, and spin-off is not a shape. These two are shapes. Split join is a shape and split for each is also shape. But spin-off is not a shape, but it's an option in sub-process. Where do you use spin-off? Spin-off is mostly used to create top level cases. That means what? No parent and child things. That is one process. This is one process. Sorry, this is one case type. That is one case type. When you have to create two top level cases, two parent cases, then you go with the spin-off option only. Okay, got it? So these are the three types of parallel processing. How do we do that? So to do that, again, we need to have a proper example in a order foot, which we do not have it over here. Okay, so for that, I'm moving to the another application which we created, that is bank application. So we have apply loan case type. Okay, here we write collect applicant details. So configure view. I'm not taking too many things, only I'm even not taking, okay, let me take, because you know already these things, right? So that's why. Okay, so I'll not create anything from here. So save. So let me go to App Explorer. So in apply loan, I'll create a property. So create data model property. What property? Applicant details. Create and open. So this is page property. So here in the page, we got single page. So what's the definition? Definition is ban hyphen India hyphen. So we have some data dash class. Can you see here? We got data applicant. So I can take that data applicant. So let me take the data applicant. Save. Now I have to use this property in my what? In my section, in our section. What is that? In apply loan, in the user section, in the first create we have, right? In this I want to use, no, create don't have, display we have. So in display we have to use it. So how do I use that? Okay, so how do I use that, guys? Keep in your mind, this is again important, man, best practice and also important thing. Whenever you are calling a data class property, okay, I mean a page property, how do you call in your section? Basically, to call in section, you guys will be doing like this: section plus text input. So it is an applicant details, right? So you'll write dot applicant details dot first name. You might be writing like this, but this is not a best practice. You should not call a page property like this. Then how do I do that? How do I call them? So to call this, you need to make sure there is a section already created in your data class. Okay, so in this data class there should be one section already created, because data class is for reusable purpose, right? So in data class also you can create sections. So check whether any section is created for us. Yes, there is a section called as create applicant. Use this now in your work class. How do I use? How do I call? Okay, how do I call a section which is there in data dash applicant into work class? How do I do that? Very simple. You have to call the embedded section here. So click on this. You can see here embedded section, and in this, what is that? You can take clipboard page, because you got a property applicant details which will be there in clipboard. So now here you can see clipboard page which is talking about bank FW, which class it is, this class. So in that class you have to select the section. See, this class I have to select, because dot applicant details is indirectly calling applicant only, right? So I'm using this, submit. So that section will be called over here. Save. Now let's create a case and check whether this is coming or not. Apply loan. Not coming up. Why that's not coming? I need to check now. Display. Okay, so this is not coming up over here. Why? We need to check. So to check this, I think I need to go to clipboard. So let's go to clipboard. In the clipboard, it is A8003. Select PY work page. So that property is what? It's a single page property. So it won't be available in directly on PY work page. You have to expand this and check. When you check, there is a shocker for us. What is that? There is no applicant at all in your PY work page. Yes, our applicant details property is not there here. So that's the problem why it is not showing on my screen. So what should I do now? I have to initialize applicant details. So how do I initialize? Go to data model, go to data transform. In data transform, we got py set field defaults, right? Which will initialize all single page and page list or all page properties, page mode properties. So if you see here, it is not initialized. So I have to initialize dot applicant details dot. So I'll go with label to initialize. So label is easy for us. Okay, so I'll initialize. Let me create a case. Can you see now? First name and last name, email address has come. So understood what's the issue? Issue is what? Applicant details is not great. How do I understood that it is not showing? Of course, that is experience wise, I know that. But how did I understood now? Like for you, if it is this is a problem, then how do you make understand? Means you have to check clipboard. That is what I said. I did. I went to the clipboard and checked whether our property has been initialized or not. Okay, so when I went in the clipboard, this was not there that time. Now it is shown. Okay, and your question is what? Your question is also here. Why you went to clipboard, right? Why is the what's the purpose of you to go to clipboard? Is whenever I added a section here, okay, what did I use the context? Which context I have used? I have used the page context as clipboard page. So what Pega does is it will go to the clipboard and check whether dot applicant details is available or not. But uh, but what happened? Applicant details was not present in the clipboard. As it is not present, it is throwing us a blank screen on our case. So with this, we understood that there is an issue with the initialization of page property. So to initialize what you are doing, I'm going to the py-set field defaults and adding this particular applicant details.py label as an empty one. Then we got the output. Got it? So this is apply loan. So we applied. Yeah, let's go back. Okay, so that's case life cycle. Apply loan. And then we will add another thing called as collect loan information. Okay, so for this I'm creating from here. See, now I'm doing from here. If you want to do it from there, from already, which is you want to do it from uh, flow rule, yes, you can do it. So what I do, I'll just open this flow rule, open this. Okay, open process. Okay, so this is an assignment shape, outgoing connector of assignment shape. You have flow action, collect loan info, open this. This is not created yet, so create it. So right here, loan info section. Is this created, loan info? No, this is also not created. So what you have to do? You have to open this also. This is section. So what you want to do it here? What are the things you have to do it? You have to create again a property here. What is that property? Loan amount. So I'm creating a property. Create data model property. So I'll create two properties. One is loan type. Okay, so loan type save, which should be a drop down. So I'll take it as px drop down. So which is already there. Select. This is control. Always drop down will be in text only. You cannot change. You are not going to change this. Okay. Table type you have to take prompt list. Okay, because you want a static list, right? So what do you want? Agriculture, gold, home. Enough for now, it is enough. So save. One property is created. Create another property. Create data model property. This is loan amount. So I'll take it as decimal, and this I'll take it as PX currency. Okay, save. So we got two properties created. So let's use these two properties in our section. So how to add? Click on this plus. So one is currency, take currency control, and in that currency control use loan amount. So dot loan amount. Okay. So currency fine. All this is plus. So in the presentation, see which side it is giving. Can you see in the editable format it is giving right side. So I won't want in the right side, I want it in left side. So select left, submit. So add another property which is text in, which is drop down. Okay, which is drop down. So pickers drop down. So what's a drop down value here? It is dot loan type. So use loan type only there. Do you want a placeholder? Yes, I want a placeholder, which is select. Submit. Save. Guys, I'm actually working on parallel processing, but before that, there are many other things which we have to configure. So I'm configuring them. Okay, so I created section. I have to save flow action. Flow action is created. This flow action is there in my submission flow. So let me submit this and save this. So this is how my flow is getting saved. So whenever record is in still, you have to refresh this. So if you look over here, that one enter warning also has gone. After first name and email address, you can see that there is a loan amount which is already there and agriculture like this. I'm sorry. Yeah, submit. Right. So this is what you did. Now we want another stage where loan process has to be done. So in the loan process, you want to review it. So let's review. Okay, save. So in the review, what do you want to add? You want to add applicant details, all those things. Correct applicant details. Okay. And you want to add loan amount also. Loan amount and loan type. Can you see here loan amount and loan type are not showing? Why? Because I created them. Okay. Okay, fine. So yeah, I'll come to that, Dharni. So Dharni is saying, well, why don't we take one example as school admission, where in school admission, parent interview is one case and child exam is another case type. So here child exam should be a spin-off case. Okay, so yeah, child exam and parent interview. I think we'll take parent interview and child exam as two processes which can be split join instead of spin off, because once the interview and child exam are complete only we will give the what, we will give admission to the child. Until and unless the interview of parent and child is not successful, we cannot offer admission to the child. So it is split join instead of spin off. Okay, so yeah, and coming back to us, it is not showing loan amount and loan type here because loan amount and loan type I created manually here. So whenever you create manually, those will not available for your case life cycle. Then how do I make that to available in a case life cycle? Means open the loan type or open the property, click on action and make it as relevant record. So as soon as you make relevant record, that will be available under your case life cycle. That means it will be available for your what do you say, your citizen developer. I mean, then it can be a BA, it can be a citizen developer, the person who don't have much knowledge about Pega, but we want to make sure that all the rules are available to him. Okay, so now you see loan type is available. So whenever you do mark as relevant only, it will be shown in your uh, field. Okay, yeah. So this is submit, save. Yeah, now what? Now what is after review? I mean, he will just check review loan details. Okay, after he checks this, right, it should go to two people. One is who will check the documents, verify the documents. The other one is who will check the credit check. So two process should be done. So we have to create two process first. What are those process? Verify documents. So how to create a process? Create process flow rule. Okay, so one flow rule I'm creating, and this flow rule is called as verify docs. Okay, assume that that fellow has submitted the docs. Okay, so I have to create what, when I say flow action, someone has to do, right, verified or something like that, they have to write, right? So here someone is verifying it. So what I do here, so I have to add flow action because it's an assignment. Outgoing connector will always have a flow action. So create a flow action. So here you write verify flow, sorry, verify docs. Open this, create and open. Assume that this fellow has verifying the docs because I don't have any docs over here. So I'll simply add a section label over here. Okay, to make sure you understand it. Okay, so section is saved, then flow action should be saved, then your flow should be saved. Other than that, you can also create, okay, you can also create approval. So you want to go for approval also. So once verified, you want to say that yes, docs are verified. Okay, so this is approval. Save. So verify docs is done. Another process is what? Credit check. So for that, I need to go for another process. It's a credit check. So here also I have to create a flow rule. So in this flow rule also we have credit check. So I'll check credit check with the another thing, another person here. So I need to have a credit check section. Save. So section is not created. So it is throwing me some error. So let me add over here. Okay, so here I'll say credit check. Then it should also be approved by someone. So section saved, flow action saved, flow rule saved. Okay, so what did we do? We created two processes. Now, how do I add them? Two processes should be done simultaneously. Then how do I add that two process? So this is our main process, guys. What is that? Which is our main process? This loan process is our main process. In that review, one person is reviewing and sending it to the to verify the doc and to verify to check the credit score. Okay, both the things are happening. So we want the both the things happen simultaneously. To make them simultaneously, we have to use a shape called as split join because two are different process. So how do you do? So select this main process, loan process, open this process, right click over here, add. You got something called as advanced shapes. In advanced shapes, see here there is something called as split join. So use it. So let us link them. So now I'm linking into the things. Is it finished? No, it's not finished because I didn't add any processes. So double click on this or right click on split joint shape. Okay, now here you can see specify a flow rule for this process. So specify. It will ask you what, which flow. What is the flow room? Tell me, guys. That is verify docs. You can write here the process name verify docs. If you have any inputs, flow inputs, you can add that flow input over here. Any input parameter you have or any other rule flow process there. If you have any output going from this flow rule, you can even add those outputs over here. So we don't have any input and output for these docs. So I'm just leaving them blank. Okay, guys. So I added verified docs. This is fine. Next, we have another process. You can add even another process, which is what? Credit check. And it is in the current page itself, that is here in this class only. So what's the process name? Flow rule name? Credit check. Submit. Is it only two processes you can add? No, you can add any number of process. Can you see after adding, this is verify docs, this is credit check. Can you see add flow? You can add another flow. You can add like that. You can add any number of flows. Okay, but in our example we have what? Only two. So even in our this thing also we added the same thing, right? Documents check, credit check, like this. Okay, yes. So the same thing I am using it. Save. So after this, you want to add any assignment? Yes, if you want to add assignment, you can add, or else you can just ignore that. I'm not adding anything now. Let's go back to the apply loan and save. So record would be stale anyways because I have added extra few rules in this flow rule, right? So I have to refresh this. See the shape symbol. So whenever you see the shape symbol as like this, you call this as split join case process. So you haven't changed the name, right? Here you can write verify loan, submit, save, save. Can you see verify loan? Now let me run the case. Okay, before running the case, I'll go for another stage. Confirmation or post assessment will take. Okay, loan, here I'll say confirmation. Loan sanctioned. So I'll take it as pick list, and here I'll write yes or no. Okay, so now look into this. Unless and until you complete this verify loan process, it will never enter into the post assessment stage. Let's see. Submit, collect info, submit. This is review. So you are now in this submit. Now you can see over here. Refresh. Can you see two processes are simultaneously available here? One is verify docs and other one is credit check. The problem over here is we didn't route this verify doc to some person and credit check to some other person. Let's do that. Let's do and see. Let's route and check. So how do I route now these two things? Yeah. So let me open verify docs flow rule. and also credit check flow rule. So now what is our thing now? I have to route this. So let me route this. So it is route to current operator. No, instead I'll make another operator and see whether we have any operator or not. So I'll take this English. Okay, submit, save. Now even credit check also we have some credit check over here. So this also will say operator, some other operator. That was English. So this should be Telugu, like that will take. Yes, I'm just making sure that I want to show you like this is going to different persons. Okay, so let me create a case. So submit. Can you see now? This is going to E, this is going to T. So until and unless these two will not complete, it will not go to post assessment. Okay, you can't go there. So let me click on go. Let me do this. As a developer, I have all the documents here, so I'm just doing it. Step approval type also should be there. Mm, 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 mm. So route to specific manager it is going. Actually, it should go to specific user. So I'll tell English only here. See, routing issue it is. Okay. Mm. So until and unless I submit these two, I cannot move forward. What did I say in split join? Until and unless you complete both the rules, you cannot move further. Verify docs. See, approval, approve, then only it will go to post assessment. Can you see now? It went to post assessment. But there might be a complex requirement where any one of them is successful, it should go to post assessment. How do I do that? So to do that, again, you have to go back to the split join only. In the split join, you have an option called as join. This is interview question, guys. How do you make sure any one of the process is submitted? It will ignore the other parallel process. So how do you do this requirement? This was asked by DXC Technologies. Okay, so this was one of the option interview question. So here you have join, where in join you got three options: all, any, some. If it is all, then all the process should complete, then only it will go to the next step, next stage, or next into the main flow. If it is any, only one out of any number of process you select, create, add here, only one is submitted or one is completed, it will go to the, it will go to what, it will go to the post process method. See here, I made it as any, guys. Okay, I made it as any. Check here, verify loan, see any, submit, create, apply loan, submit, submit, submit. See, there are two things. Now I'll submit only one. See the magic. It will go to the post assessment. Go. See credit check here. Submit. See here where it went. It went to post assessment confirmation. It is yes or no, right? Why? Because in this I selected what? Any. So whenever I select any, only one, it will check only one. If you won't go for sum means you have when rule and as well as count. Can you see exit iteration on when? If you have any when rule, you add when rule, or on count. So how many paths? Like 2 paths, 3 paths. That means 3 floors, 4 floors, 5 floors. If you want to do that, yes, you can change that. You can use the on count. So here also, if I select 2 there, then 2 process should complete. Then only it will go to the next screen. Similar to the first one, because we have only 2 process. If there are some 5 process, then it will be easy for you to understand, right? See here, there are only 2 process, and even in on count also I made 2. So until these 2 are completed, it will not go to the post assessment. I'm in verify docs. I'm submitting this verify docs. See here, it is get approval in the verify docs only. So approving it. See here, credit check. See, it is not going to post assessment. It is completing two parallel processes which are configured, because I mentioned what? I mentioned on count 2. See, now it went to the post assessment and it completed. So that is how on when sorry all any sum will work. So yes, got it. So that's verify loan, where all any sum is there. So that is all. Here I am taking all, it is comment going for all. That's it. So this is about split join, guys. Split join. The other one is split for each. I am stopping over here because somewhat difficult. I mean, not difficult. Try to understand this first. Okay. So then you'll make a clear. We will understand split join, a split for each and spin off tomorrow. Okay. Any doubts here?
This conference will now be recorded.
So Telugu OP @foodexpress.com rules. So there is no work list over here. There is no work list. Um, because this application is having only express food. Okay. Problem with this guy is this fellow doesn't belong to which one? Exactly. Gokulash, correct. This fellow doesn't belongs to bank app. So I have to make this fellow to allow bank app also. So I have to go to the developer portal. Rajesh @foodexpress.com rules. Yeah. So let me go to Dev Studio. Records. organization operator. So Telugu Food Express, this guy. See here, he's having Food Express only. So I need to make this guy also to available for what? Bank app users. Save. Likewise, I have to do for the English operator also. Bank app. Okay, users. So let me go to incognito window and see whether this guy is having, who is that? Rajesh. Not Rajesh, Telugu, right? Telugu OP at the rate express.com rules. Okay, so this guy is in which application now? Express Food. So let's make change his application. Bank app. Can you see now? Credit check is there now, 80013. Let me open this. So who opened? Telugu operator opened credit check. So let it be like this. Now let me go back to this one, log off this, and let's log in with English operator. Okay, same. This guy is also first given to Express Food. Can you see here? He's Express Food. So let me change this to another application. My application bank app. And this guy also will have the same case 8013. Can you see 8013? But that fellow sees credit check and this fellow sees verify docs. Let me click on go. What happened? Can you see here? What did I say? Parallel processing can be done by two people parallelly, we said, right? But if you see error is saying what? This is already modified by Telugu operator and it may not be edited simultaneously. This fellow opened, Telugu operator opened here, and this guy also opened here. Both are opened. What is happening in the back end? In the back end, your case is getting logged. Who logged? Telugu operator logged. So when Telugu operator logged, you should not open, or someone who opens the same case, for them it will be shown as logged. This is also one of the interview question. So how do you achieve split join when multiple users are involved? When multiple users should open same cases, how do you achieve split join, or how do you achieve parallel processing is the question. So that also we have to learn. We have to know it. Okay. This is one of the interview question on parallel processing, guys. So to make this, we need to understand locking mechanism. So tomorrow we are going to discuss about split join, split for each, spin off, and as well as locking mechanism, right? Then you will understand how to open same case by multiple users. Got it? Clear?